Hey everybody, welcome back to Doc G's Reloading. Today I wanted to show this Esstac, and I'll put a link in the description. The Esstac shot shell cards that are made by this really nice company out of Washington State, and it's got really nice thick Velcro on the back. I mean, really thick, nice stuff. And I know Grantham uses these too, and actually he's the one that kind of turned me on to them when I saw his videos. And it's got a nice pull lever there on the front, pull cord. And then this is the 6 version that comes in a 7 as well. If you want to get the 7, I just get the 6. You know, they carry, that's 2 3/4 and 3-inch shells. So you can see the difference there. The 3-inch is the red one. And you can ask for this piece of Velcro for an extra $1.50. They'll send it with this kit. So I ordered 5 of them. I have an extra one here. I ordered 5 of these with one of the Velcro backings, and it's this industrial strength backing. Now this is my Benelli M4, and love this gun. And I'm also going to go over this Briley trigger shoe as well. I found this online, and for you Benelli guys, I think you might like this too, because this solved a problem that I was having. So back to the Esstac here. What's nice about them is you put this on and you just cut it to kind of fit. So here, I'll show you. You can kind of see how it fits on there. So I just took a hole, I have a hole cutter that cut out the hole for that rivet so that I can get, you know, that rivet out without having to take off the Velcro. And then I just took, I have a big paper cutter my wife has, and I just cut across here, cut it a little bit narrower. And then I cut this edge off, and it fits on there absolutely perfectly. So it says to leave it on for 24 hours before you start messing with it, so that it has a good chance to adhere to it. I'm getting, I've got the Beretta A300 Ultima Patrol on layaway right now, and I'm going to get that in the next couple months. And that comes with one of these Velcros pre-cut already, so that's kind of nice. So all I did for that one is just ordered a bunch of the cards for it. So what you do here is, I'll set this down so you guys can see it here. So what you do here is you just take your card and stick it on there, and that's it. And then you're done, ready to go. So they're really nice. They hold on nice. They're reasonably priced. I think they're 15 bucks a pop. So, and then when you're done shooting and you're done reloading, you can just tear it off, grab the next one, and these all fit in your, they'll fit in a regular, I do my brass down, but these all fit in a regular AR size pouch. So if you have a vest, tactical vest, I've got a bunch of tactical vests, and you have an AR size soft mag pouch, these will just slide right into the mag pouch perfectly. So that's kind of nice. So then when you're done again, you just grab, rip it off, and they're very sturdy, very stable. These are a well-known product, work great, love it. I used to have a big 7-round, it was 7 or 8 round, I had to take off the Picatinny rail. I had it mounted on here. It kind of marred the surface a little bit. I had 7 or 8 rounds here. It was all aluminum. It added so much weight, so much bulk, so much stupidity to the gun that I was like, okay, this gun is heavy enough. That's why I bought the A300, because the A300 is much lighter. And for the A300, I'm going to put my SRO on it for a red dot. I'm going to put my tactical choke tube on it, my Carlson's tactical choke tube. And that's going to be it on that gun. So that, I want to keep that one light. This is a heavy gun. So Esstac, very nice. Also, and that's what I didn't like about the aluminum ones. Sorry. So the aluminum ones just, bulk, weight. If you're not using it, it just seems to be in the way. If you're at the range and just shooting and whatever, you don't have to have one of these on the side. If you want one, you can throw it on the side. So. But whatever, it's really nice. Love it. Oh, this whole setup. So I ordered 5 more of these for my A300. That's going to come in later. Now, also, I want to talk about this Briley trigger shoe. So I don't know how many of y'all have shot the M4, but for those of you who shoot the M4, my biggest complaint with this gun is that it is the trigger is so narrow and rounded, you know, so convex that when I'm shooting for a long time, you know, I put a couple of rounds down range, you know, anything beyond 12 rounds and my finger starts to hurt. I don't shoot with gloves on, I shoot without gloves on. So the only option for this Benelli, as you all know, is that you have to take out this whole trigger assembly. Most of the time, you really need to send it in to somebody, have them replace all of the inner workings, and put a new trigger in with a little bit wider trigger mechanism so that it's more comfortable. And then you got to spend $350 to $400 to do that. Even if you do it yourself, it's like $350 or $300. So I'm like, I don't want to do that. That's ridiculous. So I found this company called Briley, and they make these trigger shoes, and I got one for my A300 as well. Now you can see how wide that is. You can see how nice and wide that is. I mean, isn't that beautiful? That's just absolutely gorgeous. And it just goes in with 2 screws on this side. So on this side here, you can kind of see those 2 screws right up here at the top. Look at my finger in there. Right there, yep. So you can kind of see them right at the top. There's 2 Allen keys. It comes with the Allen wrench for it, this little tiny Allen wrench. You can kind of see that here. So it comes with this little teeny tiny Allen wrench. And this bottom hole here on the actual trigger itself, the bottom hole here is nothing. There's nothing goes in that at all. So it's just the 2 upper, put that on there so you guys can kind of see it a little better. It just has the 2 upper, try to get that a little closer. It just has the 2 upper Allen keys that you screw in there, and that's it. That's all you do. You slide it on, put some blue Loctite on there, on the 2, screw them all the way in, and once you get it aligned, it's on and fine. Now this has absolutely fixed the entire problem for me. This is a gorgeously flat, super comfortable trigger now. And I mean, I don't shoot, you know, when I shoot any gun except for a revolver. If I'm shooting a revolver, most of the time, you know, I will take the trigger and I will align it here, you know, right at that first joint there. So I'll usually align it right there. 99.9% of the time, if I'm shooting ARs, handguns, shotguns, I use, you know, right in the middle of this first pad is where I shoot. So, like I said, after a while, this was awful. I couldn't get more than 20 rounds down range before my finger was so sore, I had to stop. So this solves that problem, and for $29.95, it solves that problem. I got one for the Beretta as well. I don't know about the Beretta trigger. I don't know how flat it is or how good it is. I don't understand why companies make narrow, convex triggers. That's the most uncomfortable trigger in the world to shoot for any period of time if you're not wearing gloves. I don't wear gloves. I'm sorry, I'm not a glove person when I shoot. So, you know, if you're wearing gloves and it doesn't bother you, fine. And you can get these in black, you know, a whole bunch of different colors. I'd recommend if you want to go ahead and, you know, check that out. But they get a whole bunch of different colors. I'll put a link to the website as well for that trigger shoe, because for $29.95, that solved my problem. I didn't have to take anything apart. I didn't have to send anything into anybody. I didn't have to spend $350, and it solved the problem on this gun. Now this gun is going to be so much more enjoyable to shoot because the trigger is going to be a lot more comfortable. And it's precision engineered, so it shouldn't be an issue. But there you go. So we got the Briley trigger shoe, and we've got the Esstac Velcro attachments for the shotgun cards. So check those out for your shotgun. Thanks again for watching Doc G's Reloading, and let me know if you have any questions.